It all started with this. What up, family, man? It's your boy, man. We out here in my favorite spot, as usual. And I'm just sitting out here really just taking in the breeze. Real nice out here, man. Just got through raining, and I want to say it's about 66 degrees. Had this hoodie on because I'm actually getting my steps in today. But today, man, we're going to be covering a watch, man. And just what happened at the same time over on Instagram, my man Vic started this theme, timepieces from other collectors, right? And this is just watches that we required either purchase from another collector, it was gifted to us, or whatever the case is, however you got it, you have in your collection. And for the most part, it's people that we hold in high esteem, some that may not be with us anymore. There's a number of reasons for this theme, man, which I said I'm gonna jump on board because I have a number of watches from some collectors that I have a lot of respect for. But today we're gonna jump right into this timepiece, man, that man, I dig it. And it just so happened this watch came from another collector, right? So let's get this camera flipped around, man. No music today, man. We jumping right into it. It's none other than a reserve level X-Wing by Invicta. So let's talk about this thing real quick. And we're talking none other than the Xwing by Invicta. This is a reserve level. And this is actually, this used to be Imperious, right? In which I'll show you guys an Imperious watch. We'll do a side-by-side comparison on a future video. But this one right here is a special piece, man. Not only is it an X-Wing, and in my opinion, with all of the watches that Invicta has, I mean, if you go through their lineup, they have a number of timepieces from Pro Divers to their Boat series to the Sabakwa series. Go on, I mean, and so on and so forth. And this one, I believe this year they launched it, I want to say around 12 different variations, different colorways on the bracelet, some on straps, some with automatic movement, some not. A lot of them, I believe a lot of them were quartz with the VD53. This one actually has an ISA movement, which is no longer in service with Invicta. But this is an ISA movement 8172/220. And what does that mean for you? Okay, so over here at the 3 o'clock, you got the second hand. You see that? It's ticking right there. Then you have the 30-minute counter over here at the 9. And then there's a reserve hand right there. I'm going to show you. Hit that button right there. And all you have to do, stop it there. Hit the B button and it goes right back. Now, I actually did some research on the ISA movement, and there were a number of critics on Google that stated they're not fans of the ISA movement, but this movement in particular, they like this one. And most quartz movements, once you hit the A button, that second hand actually snaps back. This one takes its time. Now, the beauty of this watch is just the actual case design. So you see how many different layers this thing has, the screws and stuff like that. It's sort of an industrial, sporty look to it. You have a silicone strap. That mother of pearl is crazy, man. That thing that's catching all this light. And the one thing I like about this piece, outside of all the, like, it's just different, man, because it's like it's paddles instead of your actual buttons that you traditional stuff, is that X design where you can see right there the X coming straight through, and then this right here inside at the 6 o'clock, it actually lines up with the X's at the bottom, so to speak, almost, but close enough. It's a pretty fun watch. I love the fact that, you know, when you look at Invicta Reserve pieces, this is an older piece, right? The model number on this one is like 18727, I believe it is. Yeah. 18727. I had it written down over here. It just, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this one is a different build than their current reserve models. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like when Invicta made this one, which again, they didn't have to do as much to it because this came from it. Like Imperius had this at one point, you know. So Invicta just took over. And this is one thing I do like. I hate when they put the ink on there. This one right here is etched in, and this one is number limited. It's 314 out of 1,000. Now, and as you can see, I wear this watch quite often. This is one of my go-to pieces. Not only is it, you know, it's like one of my faves, which you'll hear me say that a lot. The person that collected this watch, you know, shout out to gang. He is an Xwing fanatic, and he's one that will tell you they don't do enough reserve X-Wings. They don't do enough X-Wings, you know, period. And there's some that he would love, as well as me, would love to see them come back to. I would love to see Invicta do a tourbillon in this one. I'd also like to see, you know, different dials, you know, sandstone put on there, you know, some carbon fiber, something, you know. But this one, since we're talking about this particular piece, which if you can find this, I went on eBay, I could not find this particular model. But if somebody's willing to part with this particular model, the good thing about it is they do have X-Wing bracelets that you can, you know, get, you know, for this one. So if you like, hey man, I would like that, but if that was on a steel bracelet, you can find a bracelet for it. There is a bracelet for these things right here. There's no such thing as a perfect watch, right? But I just like the dial. It looks more professional as far as an Invicta is concerned, as far as the dial. And that's just like looking at the information. It's not too busy. I mean, the sub dials and everything is busy enough, but it's not as busy as some of their other pieces, man. I just feel like it hits, man. I know, let's just look at that light just catching that gold. I love that. I love that two-tone factor that they have, the screw-down crown. Because this watch actually has 300 meters, so you can go swimming in this like no problem whatsoever. You don't have to worry about like a helium valve or any of that stuff. That's not like any of you guys are diving like that anyway. But this watch is, I'm just gonna call this watch that has the complete package, hands down. This thing has the complete package. So even though that you may not get this particular model, I would say dive into an Xwing by Invicta, regardless if you got a VD53, if it has an NH35. The build is great, it's comfortable. For those that like to show out on their wrist, this thing, I like it, man. I just like it. It's a comfortable build, you know. And flame fusion crystal, and just look how that crystal, you know, comes up above the case. It's a lot of features to this thing, man. It is so much to this watch. This is an amazing piece. And I'm telling you, if you don't own an Xwing, I will just go buy one. Right now, you can find an Xwing for like 89 bucks over on invictastores.com. Just go buy that one. It's one in blue. They got one that's brown. I think the most that you'll pay on there right now, I think it's like over $200, but they have some for $150. They got them for $89. Those $89 ones are great. One is a Z60, other one's a VD54. And then I believe if they still have it available, one has the NH35. Grab them, get it. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. I'm telling you, you'll dig this watch. So, any comments, concerns, man, let your boy know. If you own one of these, man, put in the description. Let me know which ones you rocking with. Put the model number. So, just share it out, y'all. Just share it out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? I hardly ever say that. I don't think I ever do. But we got Christmas coming up, so if you guys want to go shopping and stuff like that, which I think this is the best time to go do it, go to that invictastores.com. That is down in the description, man. And you guys, you already know what it is. Until the next lightning strike, you guys have a blessed day.